Do you walk with a cane? Are you still carrying alert devices, a phone, and trying not to drop your cane? There's just gotta be something better. Now there is. Introducing Can Go, the world's first smart cane. It has a flashlight, a fitness tracker. You can make phone calls, speak to a virtual assistant, and more. It can even alert a caregiver if you should fall down. The Can Go is truly the all-in-one mobility solution. Get yours today. Welcome back to another little episode here of RB's Toy Box. Now, as you probably figured by the intro, we're going to have a little fun today and talk about a product review. This one, a little near and dear to my heart, I must admit. Now, I have, obviously, if you've watched RB's Toy Box, you've seen videos of my wheelchair, you've seen me going on a walker. You know I've got mobility issues from my time as a veteran during Desert Storm. As a result, I've had to use a cane, and I've had to use, different medical alert devices when I have an episode to try to get a hold of a care provider. And between all of these different things, it's always been arduous. I have been looking, as a techie trekkie, I have been looking for something that can combine all of these together for years. Now, if you go online, you can find, canes that have like an MP3 player in them. You can find them where they got a flashlight in them. You can find them where they have a radio in them. They have different things like that. But none of them have the capability to make a phone call. None of them. And then you combine it with, having to take one of these around with you. You take one of these around with you. You get a $500 stupid watch that's supposed to alert people when you fall down, and then it doesn't. What a waste of money that was. And then, I have these little, machines, are little, these are like Google, Bluetooth basically. And you can talk to your little Google thing on it. But, they all don't have voice activation. None of them will pipe in. And you can get these life alert systems and stuff that are out there that, it's hard to find one that's going to work with it to where it doesn't call 911 and send the entire fire department rushing down. With me, I don't always need 911. I need just my care provider. Maybe they're on the other side of the house. Maybe I'm at the church and they're at the house and I need to let somebody know I need some help. And they can help me, when I can get a hold of them. But sometimes my arms don't work when I have an episode and I can't push the button. So I have been searching for years for an answer to that problem. Well, about 6 months ago, I was searching for the keyword that I felt was the right one, which was smart cane. And I came across, out of the blue, well, let me roll back. About a year ago, I found this company, and they didn't have any reviews online, so I didn't buy it just right out the gate. I actually, emailed to try to get some information, and I tried to follow up a few times, didn't really get any correspondence back, and then I found them again. I finally got a response back, and they were like, oh, by the way, you can buy this on Best Buy. Wow, you can get this on Best Buy? So I went over to Best Buy, I bought one, they shipped it to the house. Full disclosure, it had some problems. Well, I made a phone call to customer service because, man, I was so impressed. This is a company called Can Go, C-A-N, Go. Of course, it's a cane, but Can Go is probably taken, I don't know. But Can Go is the name of it, and the website is can.co. And I went on there, and I tell you what, I was impressed with the quality of the cane, the capabilities that it had, just everything. I was just like, man, this thing has vision. It's like they read my mind. And I got a hold of customer service, and then the next time I called back, the person that I ended up talking to was actually the owner of the company. And he was really excited about the fact that I was willing to do some field tests for him, help him out. And I was tickled to death to do so because, man, they had just a great mindset. Like I said, it was like they read my mind, to have the perfect device for someone like me that had everything I was looking for in it. I mean, honestly. So here's some things that it does. Number one, this is considered a smart cane, right? So what makes it smart? Well, it has a clock on it. That's number one. Number two, you can measure your steps with it and all that kind of stuff, right? It'll have the tracking data there. And it has a flashlight on it. And it's also a smart flashlight. Now, what's that mean? It means it goes off on its own unless you're actually using it by walking. And then it stays on the whole time you're walking. That's pretty cool. Keeps it from running the battery down. It has a phone button right there where you can call your emergency contact, and this button down here is artificial intelligence. So when you call or hit that button and call it, you can upload your contact list to it, or put in or pre-program a whitelist, it calls it. And then you can tell it, hey, call so-and-so, call so-and-so. You can put as many people as you want in there and tell it to call it. And because it's artificial technology, it literally, I mean, you can ask it to read you a book. You can ask it for a bedtime story, which I have. You can tell it to call somebody. You can tell it to order pizza, order you a Uber or whatever. Like, I would ever do that. But I mean, it has all of the things that you would expect from a smart device. And then it adds the emergency response scenarios to it. And I have tested this. If you drop this cane on the ground, watch this. It just doesn't freak out like, my other cane does, where it has the little when, you drop it. You can give this a name, which is totally cool. So I have this one called Carl because the owner's working on getting a female voice for me just for fun. But I've named this one Carl. So Carl calls you if you fall down and says, "Hi, this is Carl, your artificial intelligence. How can I help you? I noticed you fell down. Can I call 911? Can I make a phone call?" It asks you what to do. Completely hands-free. So I don't have to try to struggle around to try to, push a button or whatever. I can say, "Hey, Carl, call my wife." And Carl will call my wife. I mean, that blows my mind. And it really makes this cane a smart cane. Everyone, because they have done so much in the last 6 months, and the technology and the engineering on this cane. They've taken and listened to suggestions. They've talked to me back and forth, told me what they were doing. I mean, they've done so much in just the last 6 months. This thing in just a few months is going to be off the charts. I mean, they're doing software updates all the time with it. They're testing out new features. I mean, this thing is going to be the best. If it's, technically right now, it's the best thing on the market, and it's only going to get better. Arby's Toy Box today, right now, is telling you to go to Best Buy or go on bestbuy.com and look up the Smart Cane. Or you can go to their website, can.co, and buy one of these canes. They will eventually have one coming out in black. Right now, this is the one that they have. And then you can begin to enjoy some peace of mind like Arby's Toy Box has, carrying this cane around. Now, I've added some other cool features to it, and these are also on Amazon. But I have added a clip to it. Let me get right there in front. So I've added a clip to mine, which takes this off the hook when it comes to functionality and usability. Because, you know, if I'm at the grocery store or something and I need to reach up and grab onto something, I can literally just hook that on my side, just like that, and then grab it, and I'm back and ready in action. And, you know, if I need to get around or whatever, there's a flashlight, just turn that on. I can hit that button and call my wife, who's my, you know, my emergency contact, or I can push my AI and have Carl call whoever in my white list. They can call me. There's a feature that they're working on right now to where Carl, which is the name I gave obviously my cane, so I'm going to call it Carl. Carl will check in on you every once in a while and see how you're doing. What product out there is going to do that? This one can go, right? I mean, this is not only a phenomenal product right now, but a phenomenal product in the future. I encourage everyone with mobility issues, every veteran who's maybe struggling with some, you know, issues. I mean, we're going to hopefully maybe get the Veterans Administration to offer these as something they can help veterans who have served. Hey, you know, if you're dealing with some mobility issues like Arby's Toy Box is, this is the perfect companion for you. And I mean, I don't really give product reviews with this much of my heart, but I'm telling you, over the last 6 months, I have absolutely, I don't go anywhere without this. It is always by my side, within my hand's grasp. And I tell you what, if anything happens to me, I've got confidence that I can pick this thing up, and Carl will call whoever I needed to if I fall down again. Or I can, you know, if I got enough strength to hit that little button right there, it'll call my wife. I mean, it is a phenomenal device, and it's just going to keep getting better. This company has, like I said before, has really listened to suggestions that I've made. And man, that's special to me. You know, they could have been, you know, it is what it is. If you don't like it, send it back. But they didn't. They like, man, what could we do to make it better? And I told them. And they're like, done. And I mean, literally within 2 weeks, hey, we got a software update that we're going to push out that did what you just asked. I mean, that's fantastic. Now, I can't say that they're going to do that for every single person that calls in, but I had a special connection with them because I believe so much in their product. I did not want to send this cane back. I didn't want to do it. And so they were like, well, tell me what we got to do to make it better. And I gave them suggestions and they did it. I mean, I'm telling you, this is a phenomenal product. I hope you enjoyed this quick review video. Well, maybe not so quick, but I'm going to be doing way more with this cane. So I want to show literally a little video snippet for every single feature that's on this thing. The test, you can see it when I drop it. All of that stuff's going to be in future videos. I'm going to be making some field videos for it, and I've got a video coming up where I call this my Can Go Pro. I know it sounds goofy, but I actually have built a rig that goes on this that I can carry all of my Arby's Toy Box video equipment out there in the field with me at all times. And because this thing weighs practically nothing, it's aircraft aluminum, weighs practically nothing, I can put my extra stuff on it and it still weighs practically nothing. It is absolutely, you're going to love what I'm going to do to this cane, I tell you what. But in the meantime, get your own Can Go from the can.co website. Go on Best Buy's website and get one. Support this company and just what they have going on. This is state of the art. No one with mobility issues should be without this cane. Stay tuned to Arby's Toy Box. We'll see you soon.